it will be just like this day saying I love you. We tell everyone, I don't know I love you. Because it's been a word that you remember that that was I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want. You're the one I trust. And I'll always be right. Hi beautiful peoples, I am Sweetie of the Trainers family. So today we're going to have a chit chat with Mama Channel, that is from Trainers family, and hope you enjoy and hit that subscribe button.
So today we are going to have a talk. It's a general talk. There's nothing in specific. Just talk about life, talk about me, her, you. Yes. So we have some written papers. It's written first, second. That means if you pick the first, you are the first to ask your question. If you pick the second, you are the second to ask your question and be answered. So let's see what I have. So I'm the first
Second
to ask her a question, and there is no condemnation here, there is no criticism here, and we call a spade as it is. That's how we learn, because I do believe for me to understand her, I have to come to her level, and for her to understand me, I would really want her to understand what I think of her, to understand how I really wish she comes up. I want to be, and I really look forward to being her friend, that whatever happens there, I'll always be the first to know. So me being the first, please give me a question to ask her. Sweetie, my first question to you is of late we've been having this issue of LGBTQ. What do you think of it? You as a girl first, you as a sister of your brother, and you as my daughter. What do you think of LGBTQ?
I think first of all, something I don't do personally as me, I don't judge anyone. So I think, of course, I won't say I'm supporting, of course, I won't say I'm supporting. But then I think it's a self-choice that you make. So I think the only thing that you can do is give support to them. Either help them understand why they're going to take the option of being that LGBTQ thing, and understand where it's coming from, because everything comes from somewhere. So I think I can't judge anyone. If my brother comes and say, as a sister, if he comes and tells me I am in this community, I'm in this group, I won't judge him. But then I think the only thing that we can do to these people is try and understand them. Try and sit down and ask that child, that person, what exactly happened. The minute you know the reason behind it is where you try and help them, or if it's not something you can help, then at least try and accept them, because the world is so unfair. Imagine everyone is judging you, and then home where you're supposed to feel welcomed, you're also judged. It's not fair. So I think, try understand, try help them, try reach out, not try see kurusha ile. I know we are in an African home, but then an African home does not solve everything. Yes, that is my view.
Okay, in such situations, like you personally, would you come and tell me?
Of course, I won't come and tell you, because I feel like, because I've learned that those things are something that makes you feel like a lesser human. You get? The community is making you feel like a lesser human when you have such a thing. So I feel like I'm disappointing my mom. So this is not something I can come and tell you. This is something that I have to deal with, because that is how this community, this Kenyan community is trying to give us is trying to bring us up. So I won't feel comfortable enough to come and tell you, Mom, I think I'm into girls, because I'll be like, what will be your reaction and everything? But then we are trying our best as children to have that freedom, and then I come and tell you, Mom, I think I'm into girls. So I don't think I can come and tell you.
But then how will I understand? Because as you had said earlier, we should understand.
Yes.
We should not condemn or criticize whoever is into that society. So without you coming to tell me, there is no way I'll know about it. Alternatively, I'll know about it when it's too late. I'll know about it when it's outside there. And when it's outside there, you know it through maybe people talking bad, maybe some post being posted. So how, if you can't tell me as a parent, how will I understand you?
There's something called time. I was once told, give time enough time. And it's true, give time enough time. Give that child enough time to open up. Like, let me tell you, like, let's say grieving and healing, it's a process. And even to me as that person, it's a process to accept that I am there. So I have to accept myself before I come and tell you. So you have to accept there has to be a time where I can't tell you, because it's a process I'm taking. I accept myself so that I know how can I get help. So you have to accept that there has to be that time you have to give me so that I can fully open up to you. You can't expect, I'm into girls, and then the following day I come and tell you, Mom, I'm into girls. Because sometimes it starts like this. You feel like you're into, you feel like you're not into. So I have to be sure, because I can't come and tell you I'm into girls and maybe make a confusion too that is in my head. You know, it's something that is in your head that is trying to tell you I'm into girls, I'm not into girls. So it's that confusion, you have to first clear it with yourself so that you clear it with someone else. Hadi nikikuja pale, I am coming sure I need help. Not coming there, I need help. I don't need help. So it's not, you don't expect your child to open up at once. It's baby steps. Leo unampea chakula hataki, kesho anakula. And accept that help. Yes.
So let's say with time, you should be able to come and talk.
Yes,
and open up.
Yes, with the time I'm supposed to come and open up. But eventually, if I don't open up, then you're not supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to feel less apparent, or you're supposed to feel bad, or you're supposed to feel like you didn't raise this child well. Because I find, not in a baddest way possible, but then I find parents doing this because your child didn't tell you this, you know things too late. You feel like I didn't raise my child properly. I think the community spoiled my child. It's not all about that. It's all about me. Accepting that thing is not easy. Accepting that process, it's a process. Accepting that process was not easy. And if it's ilienda ikanishinda, and please don't attack me. Don't attack me. Ilienda ikanishinda does not mean that you didn't raise me well. You raised the child well, but then life is life. Life is life, Jermaine.
But okay, I do get your point. But what I believe, me as a parent, even parents outside here, they would really love to get to know their children. However, there is nobody outside there who will give their all more than me being your parent. I would give my all for my child. So whatever time my child will take to digest, to know themselves, then come and open up, whatever time it would take, I would really want my child to let me know. You know, there's a situation whereby you know it, you accept it, and I can fully support you. And when I fully support you, because outside there, the society, trust me, the society is going to condemn you. A tiny percent of the society is what is going to embrace you. And whoever is going to embrace you, mostly is the one still in such a community. Like right now in Kenya, it's the same community to embrace and support you. So the other highest community is going to condemn you and say all sort of things. So if you don't, me as a parent, I would really wish my child to come and tell me, so that even if I support her in this, then we are ready to face the society together. You know, I've seen places or situations whereby children they commit suicide because that is where the society has pushed them to. But if at all the child has support from the parent, you feel safer. There's someone, trust me, believes in me however I am. I don't care what the society says. So to me, I think fellow parents would agree with me, and I personally, I would really want my child to come and tell me, so that if we are to fight it, we fight it together. If we are to embrace it, we embrace it together. And that's the most important thing, trust between the parent and the child.
Can I add something there? I think you as a parent, that is what you expect from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't think everyone can support that, because that is not everyone's method. Let's say, like, personally, my way of dealing with things is not opening up, because I don't feel safer when everyone knows this is what is happening inside me. I feel safer when I write it down, I talk it out with myself and reason out. Then when it's a point where I am losing it is where I can ask for help. So you have to understand that not everything I'll come and open up to you. And you have to pray for your child. If opening up is not a method, just pray to God that your child finds the best way of solving their problems. Because I think there are people who have made it and solved problems without having to talk it out. And because of everything that is happening, you feel exposed when talking out because of the recent things that are happening. People don't feel safe when opening up. So I think you should just pray that your child finds the best way of doing these things. It can be do writing. I do writing personally. You can talk it out. Also talk it out with mom. You can go on walks and do things, listen to podcasts and everything. It helps. But then talking it out also helps. But when she doesn't or he doesn't talk it out, don't judge. It's not
okay easy. So here I've come to understand one thing. We are supposed to understand them. We are supposed to give them time.
Yes.
And most importantly, we are supposed to pray for them.
Yes.
And let's believe and pray that we pray for them to open up, because you have to find a solution for a problem, and yet you can't find a problem for something you don't know what the problem is. So I think this is a long one. It's not even a full stop. It's not even a comma. This is a starting point of that discussion needs time. And
my question, let me ask you, what is your definition of mother to daughter trust?
Hiyo ni ngumu. Tunaweza forward, tunaweza iweka for future reference. Okay, come up with the question again.
What is your definition or scenario of mother to daughter and daughter to mother trust?
Okay, to me, I believe in one thing: communication. And you don't buy trust, and you don't create trust. Trust is a process that takes time to build, and trust comes from the communication. And communication is of different perspective. Me as your mom, I would like to trust you that you are in school, you are blossoming to a lady, to a girl. You are from the girl that way teen, you are blossoming. In one stage, you'll have male friends interested in you. I want to have that trust that even if my daughter is in school, she is able to take care of herself. Even if my daughter is with friends outside, because it does not mean because you are a girl, I don't want you to go out. I want you to go out and have fun with your friends. I want you to go and see what life is outside there. But I want to be at peace wherever I am. I know my daughter told me she's going to such and such a place, and she's able to take care of herself. But I cannot be at peace, and that cannot happen if my daughter or my son does not show me that she is able to take care of herself or even of her friends, because you should be able to take care of your friends. Your friends should be able to take care of you. So take it like, let's say for example, Steve comes and tells me he wants to go play football in another place away from our environment. There are quite a lot of incidences that can happen outside there. First, I don't know your friends. Secondly, I don't know how your friends have been brought up. I might have brought you up in a very good environment, open environment where you are able to express yourself. But different families have different things they are dealing with. So I don't know how your friends were brought up. So the trust that I would really look up to and I would really wish to have with my children is take time to build your trust with your parent. For example, Mom, can I come with my friend over? Yes, you come. Just be yourself. Don't try to be good because you are at home. Just be yourself. Hata mkivunja sahani, huyo ndio sweetie na huyo ndio friend yake. Kazi yao ni kuvunja sahani. I know them like that. So that I also get to learn this friend of yours, because it's always being said, show me your friends and I'll tell you what sort of a person you are. The moment I get to know your friends, I'll also be able to tell you, my daughter, this friend is a good one. This friend, I would really want you to keep or withdraw from this friendship. Same applies to me as your parent. I should be able to build my trust with my children by being open of everything. Don't sugarcoat things. Call things as they are. For example, let's say a good scenario I would give whereby I'm creating trust with my children is even about finances. I should be able to leave money, give you money. You are going back to school. I'm giving you money. You need money to go and do your shopping. You need money to go and do 1, 2, 3 for yourself. Buy something, make your hair, go for a cut if you are the boy. So I should not be ulifanya nini na hii pesa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kwani hii shilingi ilienda wapi? Kwa nini ulienda hapa na hapa na hapa? But it's a two-way thing. If I normally leave money and I don't get that money, it's missing, part of it is missing. If I come to your room and I find suspicious things, maybe you are the boy, I come to your room, I find some cigarettes, I find some things that are not to your class, then you're not building trust with me. So it's always a two-way thing. You as a child, you should be able to gain my trust by I don't expect my child to be 100%. I would really even appreciate it if my child is 20%, but the 20% is the real, not pretending to be good for me, then outside there, it's a different thing. And the same applies to the parent. If I, as a woman, I should be able to come to my child and open up and be sincere. My girl, this and this is happening in our lives. I'm getting married, or your dad is this and this, or even work, life experiences. So it's always a two-way thing. I don't expect that I trust you and you don't trust me. If you're coming to open to me with an issue, a personal issue, you should not hear it even with your brother, because you never went to your brother, you came to me. We should be able to talk it out, reason out, agree or disagree, and it ends here. But not that you talk to me, you go and hear it with your aunt, with your brother, with your uncle, with whoever outside there, as so long as you build that trust with me, I also build that trust with you. I don't know whether it's making any sense.
Yeah, it is.
You, what do you think? What would you expect? Or what's your thoughts? What are your thoughts? This is tamarind juice, by the way. We are having some tamarind juice. Very beneficial for your health. And for someone like me who's trying to lose some weight.
I am not losing weight. I think I'll agree with her 85%. Yes. 85%. That is 15%. Yes.
What's your perspective?
I think we should try and be, like you're saying, I should be myself in front of you so that you get to know me, and that I should communicate so that you get to understand everything and understand me as from my point, and the communication is helping a lot. Yeah, that is what I think.
Just to add on to that, in that issue of trust, as I've said that I don't expect my child to be 100% or even 80% always right. It's good to be the 20% right so that I know the weaknesses of my child. But one thing that I've found very, very hard for this younger generation is the word sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry breaks a lot of walls, a lot of ice, cools down very high tempers. But trust me, hii generation kusema tu I am sorry. Ni kama unaenda kuchimba dhahabu huko chini ndio upate the word I'm sorry.
Achani watete. Generation, acheni ni watete. It's not that it's very hard to say I am sorry, jameni. It's not that it's very hard to say I am sorry. Let me tell you, when something happens, mtu anakaanga chini, you want to understand from your view. There's a parent's view and there's my view, you get? So from my view, I am understanding it and I am sitting down, I am like, why do they expect me to say I am sorry? Na hapo ukiangalia wewe ndio umekosewa. But you're supposed to say I am sorry because you are the child, because you are this generation.
But trust me, it does not, and it will never mean that because you feel you are the one who's been wronged, that you saying sorry, it makes you a lesser being. It does not make you a lesser being, and at least it's if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. If, for example, she comes and tells me she's sorry and it's me who was on the wrong, then after some time when I realize my mistake, I'll be so ashamed that I'll have to go to her and reason out and apologize. And I'm very sure you will feel very elated and you'll be like, at least.
Okay, let me rudisha you kidogo. Unakumbuka ukisema I'm supposed to say I am sorry. Do you remember saying I am supposed to give myself as me? I don't please you for the sake.
Yes.
Let me tell you, if you train, I'm not saying we should not be apologizing, but if you train your child to just be saying that sorry, I'll be saying sorry just to please you.
Which is not right.
I am supposed to say sorry when I mean it. But then you're so used to being in the wrong. All the time you're always in the wrong. As in, you're always in the wrong. Even if we sit and see this Indo issue, by the end of the talk, I'll be at the wrong side. So I'll be saying sorry. So my thing will be sorry won't be even an expensive word for me. It will be just like this saying I love you. We tell everyone, I don't know I love you. Because it's been a word that you remember that kaka that was yes, because it's a word that people are just using because you're used to it, because imeharibiwa, so don't make it sorry to be just a word.
Let me tell you, when I was growing up, my mom was a teacher. When I was growing up, ile kiboko tulikuwa tunakula slippers. Tulikuwa tunacharazwa. But ulikuwa unapata umecharazwa, then after some time, out of nowhere, mom brings you a new dress. Mom sijui amekuletea sijui nini. There are so many ways of saying I'm sorry. You are not supposed to have that mentality that mostly now as a parent, kuna parents ambao wako na the ego, even just between a husband and a wife. There is a parent who has the ego, mimi siwezi nikaambia mtu I'm sorry, but actions can speak an I'm sorry word. Even it can, we normally say action speaks louder than words. But trust me, this generation, not the words, not the actions, nothing to communicate the I'm sorry. At least sisi parents hata tusipo communicate the word I'm sorry, there are some actions speaking the word. But trust me, this generation, 1% out of 100.
Nikona kiulizo.
I belong to you. I belong to you.